So
It's
I
always
am
good to be
super
ready.
excited to promote something new this week, but do you want to start with you sharing your screen and putting your bingo stuff?
Well, since my screen sharing crashed us last time, why don't you start? Because I am excited about you doing something different.
Okay, I will share. Oh, first I have to actually pull it up.
I wonder what it would feel like if you did something for a different book for each square. Now, I'm not saying we
Hmm,
should do that, but I'm just
that's
wondering, what
intriguing.
would it look like if like you did one book for each square?
I might have to try that sometime. That could be one of our challenges. I don't know. I guess not, because
It could be.
not everybody has multiple
Well, not
books and
everybody will have
multiple
five books,
genres.
that's true.
I was thinking too that we should do some kind of like a special on different genres. Like we should have a day where we like present ideas that are really specific to contemporary romance and fantasy romance and nonfiction, like pick different genres, maybe bring in a guest who is an expert on that. But that is a thought for the future. We are really good at coming up with new ideas, aren't we, Kelly?
I know, and I was sitting trying to figure out a marketing plan and a production plan for the book that's coming out in July, and
Hmm.
I was thinking, "Oh my goodness gracious."
There's so many great ideas and not enough time to do them all.
Well, that's the thing, it's like, okay, yes, those are all great, but when am I gonna have time to do them? I'm actually putting them on a date to make sure they're done, and I'm meeting with my
Uh,
co-author, so, she will do some of them. There is
yes,
an advantage to having someone else who will do something.
that does
So
help.
hopefully that will help.
Okay, so I made myself some notes this morning, so that's what I'm trying to pull up now. All right, so what book are we marketing this week and who is our target audience? So let's see if it can
Is
handle.
there one that works really well for summer? Because people are really looking for summer reads right now.
Oh, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, my Out of Water book might be better for that than this. Maybe I should hold off on this for another week. Okay, so let's see. Out of Water by Ruth Madison. A short summer beach read about uh, uh, to years ago
This is gonna make me
connecting
crazy.
with an old flame. Ideal reader. Uh, Let's see if I can pull up just the book description from Amazon to help me with what is this book about. Okay.
This is gonna make me crazy. I have two chat GPT accounts because again, emails.
You have to figure out which one you're supposed to be logged into and how to log
No,
in,
I
or
know which one. Well,
uh,
I signed it into the wrong one and now it just keeps auto signing me into it, which is really annoying.
so. Oh, right. I wanted to tell it. I want to focus on TikTok. All right, let's see if that gives it enough to work with. Again, it is praising me highly. Sounds like a heartfelt, emotionally rich story.
I like that, out of water. That definitely speaks to summer.
It does. And let me see if I can show you the cover of it too, because I redid the cover a few months ago and I'm very pleased with it. Let's see if I can share that other screen. Isn't that cute?
Oh, that is sweet.
It's about a former surfer, so very, very beachy for sure.
Oh, it is very beachy.
And it's a short one, but it leads into, there's a lot of other stories with this same character. This is the one I was telling you before, is my most popular character that I've ever written, for good reason, because I first created him when I was 18 and I just poured out my heart of like, who is the most perfect, wonderful man that I want to meet. And so everybody loves Stuart. Okay, back to this. So now I have to choose my strategy. What do I want to do? I do tend to like to go across and do hit all the different things. Oh, look, it gave me a suggestion. Given your TikTok focus, you might like the first option, media column across all levels. All right, I'll take it. I'm having trouble deciding. Sure, let's do the first one with the media. 1 square for each level of reach, from 100 views to 1 million views. Okay, I kind of already have a video like this, but with a better hook. But maybe I can make a new one. Do a dramatic reading. Record a short TikTok reading a key emotional line from the book. I could do that. Maybe more than one line, but yeah. Join or start a TikTok trend. For example, use the book boyfriend or books that wrecked me trend and feature Stuart. He is a wonderful book boyfriend. Highly recommend to all of you watching that he is a wonderful book boyfriend that will stay with you for years. Collaborate with a mid-tier BookTok creator. Offer them a free copy of Out of Water. Ask if they'd like to duet or stitch a video where you react to their thoughts about Stuart or your themes. Oh, I guess I can try reaching out. I don't know if it will work, but that still counts if I just try. And
Well,
then
you found that one site, so
that is
and you might
true.
have something that they would be interested in.
Yeah, I
Summer
gotta check
read
back on that.
with a, like
Yeah.
niche kind of character. I don't know. I think it's worth trying.
Can we change out level 5 for something free? I have been spending ad money for the last few weeks, so.
Oh, I just.
Okay. Cliffhangers, yeah. It would help if the chat had read the book, because, well, I can't even really call it a book. It's only 35 pages, but sometimes people like quick reads.
So it's like a novella?
Yeah, I don't know what you'd call 35 pages, but basically, I have it in here with the like quick read, reformed bad boy, second chance, wounded hero. I don't know, I've got one of those like long subtitles that's just keywords, but I'm not sure that those are a good idea anymore. I feel like that used to be like the thing to do, and now it just looks funny. Those keywords can
True.
go other places. Okay, so I'll probably fiddle with this to make it fit the story more, because I think it anticipates his former flame being more of a normal human, but she is pretty different. She's very harsh and intense and pushes him in unexpected ways. So I don't see her as the she never stopped waiting. But I
I
think,
can see the problem there.
yeah, but I can easily modify that myself. So I think this looks good. So I guess,
So you actually went with all of the suggestions pretty quick.
yeah, I only asked it to change this one so that I could do something that didn't have money. But everything else looks real doable. I
Okay.
do have
I
this. Let me see if I can pull up this video that I made because it's good and I should use it more because it's so aesthetic. Let's see. Is it
well,
under?
I mean, that's really interesting. Is it super approved for summer?
Let's find out. Where did I store it in my massive numbers of Canva files? Okay. Tone, social template, Ruth social media. That sounds promising. Yeah, I think this is the one I was thinking of. I am being really boring right now. I'm sorry. Is it that one or this one? Oh no, this is from the other book. Okay, so it is this one. Let's see, can I just get it to play? Share this tab instead. Oh, that's nice and easy. Okay. Of course, this doesn't have any music with it because I add the music on TikTok, but I think it's got a pretty good hook. Kelly's off in her own little world here. Validate
I'm
me. Tell me
trying
this
to
is
figure
good.
out what I want to do. I cannot actually, it just keeps putting in the first email that I added, and it will not let me put in the correct one.
Oh no.
So I'm trying to figure out how to show my,
Oh,
well, I mean,
jeez.
once I turn off Chrome, it'll all reset because I have everything reset when I turn things off.
Yeah.
But
Well, do you
I
want to
don't want to
do
do
it?
that because I'm talking to you.
Do you want to do it
But I have it on
through
my
me?
iPad.
Like, do you want me to pull
Oh,
up and, ask you the questions and type them in?
um, I want to do one thing
Okay, so I'm going to
to see if I can do this. No,
take
I want to use
these.
my iPad as a monitor.
So now I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet. Book tracking.
Oh, Apple does have a site.
They go so off. Okay, never mind. So let's see. It
Okay, I've
is
done this
June
before and I
2nd. No,
forgot how to
June
do
2nd.
it.
Oh,
It's really annoying that I can't do it right now. I'll have to set it up. So yes, I am going to have to go
okay.
through you. Here, let
Not
me,
ideal,
oh,
but
there's it.
we'll manage. So I'm just going to change out this one and then I will switch over to do yours.
I think I need to plug in my iPad to my computer, which is not as easy as it should be because all my ports are full.
Yeah.
I used to have this set up really good when I had it set up somewhere else in my office, but now it's a mess.
Mm.
All right, we forgot to stop and celebrate. I got all 5 things done. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, awesome.
My son didn't get the TikTok up until Sunday, but it was
It got
up
up. It
in
got
the
up
week,
before
so
today.
that counts. And
Okay.
that was because I make it sound like it's his fault. It's because I needed to get him one more asset. What about you? How many did you do?
I did. I did them all, and I had spare time, so I was able to actually write on Sunday. So that was
Okay, so you
amazing.
won writing time.
I won writing time. That is my reward. And it felt weird. It felt like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be doing something, but no, I kept reminding myself, I'm good.
That's always really hard, especially when you're launching, right? Because that book is center, and you're like, "Am I forgetting
I
what
hear
I
there's a
should do?"
dark tornado coming for me, but right now I have bigger problems.
Oh, are you
The
showing?
guy
I'm
I
showing
like likes
it.
me but is afraid to
Oh,
say
he's so
so.
cute.
And the guy in my nightmares is certain I can't avoid my
He's
destiny. I'm
AI
supposed to take up the witch's challenge and win, or
narration.
lose. But I'd really rather just be as normal as I can be. Well, for a girl who knows way too much about what everyone else feels.
Read the unfolding serial, first 4 episodes free to those who follow.
Got such
I
a
hear there's a
creepy,
dark
like Halloween sound to it.
I know it's interesting. His choices were his choices. Because I said I would have narrated it for him and given him the files, but I think
Mm,
he was like, instead of telling me how to do it, because we've done that before,
yeah.
and I forgot how. He was just like, "Hey, I'm playing with AI."
It has 109 views, which is, you know,
It does?
yeah, it only just went up. It has 109 views. So,
Wow.
not bad. You only have 6 followers, and it's in line with some of these other ones and a little bit higher than a lot of them. So, I think you're doing great.
Well, considering I haven't put anything up for like, oh, so that is the TikTok that he runs, and we haven't done anything to build it, like, follow some people or something.
Right.
So I think we need to do that.
Well, let me
I
pull
don't
up the
think
one
that
that
counts as marketing.
I do think it does, like, because that helps improve your reach for later. So I started us a TikTok account, and we have 89 followers, but I have been very actively going out and engaging with people and trying to bring them back here. But look, I don't have nearly that many views.
Okay.
And I need to switch this one out because we changed the schedule, but I am still extraordinarily proud of this one. I love it so much. I'm so proud of the video and the sound effect and the music.
I like this. The sound effect makes it.
That little whoosh. So perfect. Amazing. Anyway, that is not the point. But the point is that I
Okay.
have started a TikTok account, and I'm doing what I know how to do to gain followers. Woohoo!
Okay, so I should follow you. I'll have my son
Yeah.
follow you. So that's a really good idea. I mean, let's just stop and think about this before I put this in.
Okay.
So, like, maybe what I want to do is build like TikTok, which would be
You saw
would it
that
be a
my thing is I'm
cross?
focusing on TikTok because that is a powerful driver of sales, especially for romance. I was just on like the self-publishing Reddit, and people were like, "Well, I hate to say it because ooh, TikTok, but like it really the sales are there."
So let's let's see. Um, let's ask. Okay, so what book are you marketing this week? Because I always ask one book, but it's like, how about we say, instead of this, because we haven't done this before,
Okay.
instead of focusing on a book, I want to focus on building up my TikTok using 3 books.
Do you want to say what they are?
Um, my Evertwixt YA fantasy, my my fairy tale bride. Sorry. Historical romance. My nonfiction, The Quantumized Career.
I hope you know how to spell quantumized because I do not.
We made it up, so
You
you
made it
spelled
up.
it perfectly.
I'm just gonna put this in case.
And then give it my stats. Like say I have, oh, but I have to, okay.
Let me just put in your TikTok account.
Oh, that's a good idea. But then for the structure, it's like, so I want to focus on media, I guess the media column.
Let's see. Do you want to just see what it comes up with from our
Yeah, let's
like?
see what it comes up
That's not
without
your
me.
account.
It
That's
might
my.
ask that.
Sorry. We'll see what questions it asks after this.
Because I think when I adjust this, I think I might let people choose. Like, do you have a specific marketing goal or a book that you want to focus on or a social
Yeah, I was
media
thinking
channel?
about that too, because I was like, I want to build up my TikTok and I want to expand to new audiences, but I'm not thinking about a particular book. Let's craft a TikTok marketing bingo card tailored to your 3 distinct books. Given your goal to enhance your TikTok presence, we'll focus on the media column.
Oh, look
It
at
figured it
that. It went right
out.
there.
All right. And
That's
here it
cool.
goes. Engage with niche communities, but it's still a
Leverage
post.
trending sounds. Ooh, that could be interesting.
I don't know if you can build up one TikTok account that encompasses the nonfiction too. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know either,
Because I
but
feel
it
like,
is my Kelly McClymer books, and that is where I'm publishing it.
okay,
So, I don't know.
I'm just
I
afraid it's a
guess
different
I will
audience
find
and it
out.
will get like confusing,
I
but
so most of my, um, I was sitting there thinking about this morning, and I think I'm going to be focusing on LinkedIn a lot for my
yeah,
business book. But
definitely.
I think that sprinkling it into TikTok might be interesting to see what the results will be, right? Maybe it won't be useful, but maybe it will. And I wouldn't do that normally. It's just that the topic of the book is so broad, it could
Could
be
work for
something.
authors, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it suggested that you stream, because it could see your account. You need 1,000 followers. You're not anywhere near being able to do a live Q&A
Yeah.
session.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's actually probably what I want to do. The one thing it's not suggesting that I do is add followers or something.
yeah, it's very
Um,
focused on you taking, yeah, it's not saying like go out, like I thought engage with niche communities means like go and find them and engage in their comments and talk with them.
oh yeah, it probably does, except no, it says to post.
Yeah, it says to
Yeah, I don't
post.
know what that
Now here's
means.
something else that's
Actually,
interesting.
ask it. How do you engage with niche communities?
Okay, I'll show you a cool trick too. Well, it's not really a trick, but it works. How do you engage with niche communities besides posting content and hoping I find it?
That's a good question. Instead of post and pray.
Exactly. Duet, yeah, and react.
Look how it broke it out by book.
Yep. Comment
Oh,
meaningfully.
okay.
Yes, that's what I was going to suggest. Ooh, stitch historical fashion or Regency roleplay videos.
That's a
Ooh.
really good idea.
So I don't know if I can show this off in the browser and not the like mobile app, but like when you see comments, So I'll go here and just try to find an example. Did you really? Yeah, so on the browser app, you can't see it, but if you're looking at comments on people's video on your mobile app, there'll be a little button here that is a camera, and then you can create a video response and you can answer people's questions. And it's like, they didn't ask you that question, but who cares? You pretend that they did. And that's what I did with this one. So she asked, this is something I
You have
found
to
on a
be
completely different account where, they didn't answer her, and this had been like 7 months or something. And so I answered her, and I just clicked that button, and then I get to act as the expert and answer this question, and then it tags her, and it expands your reach a lot when you respond to comments
And I love your
with the video.
glasses, your signature
My
glasses
signature
that
glasses
make it
and my
clear that you are
signature
in expert
bathrobe.
mode.
Be able to describe your book succinctly.
I don't know why the captions went off the sides, but I'm pretty pleased with that video other than that part.
Yeah,
But that
okay,
is one
that's really
way
cool. I did
to,
not know that.
yeah.
I have not really experimented with TikTok at all. I'm currently in the middle of revamping my LinkedIn
Yes.
to try and make it. I'm trying to figure out how to do carousels, and I'm trying to figure out how to
Carousels on LinkedIn?
put in the stuff that I thought I put in, that when I went to look at it, I'm like, no, I still don't have that in there.
Oh my goodness.
So
All right,
this
so
is
do we
interesting
want to
because
focus just on this or just weave it into it?
I don't know. So send that to me, and I will talk to my son and see, because I'm really scared about doing the reply ones, but he may be interested in doing that.
And you don't
Oh, I
have to
did
do it.
notice that I
I'm
can do it.
and you don't have to do it
It's like,
as a video. You don't have to do it as a duet. You can just be responding to comments and giving your thoughts and stuff like that. So I just
well,
went
but I
ahead.
kind of like duets. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, so I don't know. But anyway, um,
So you have the
I don't think I
options.
can run a Spark ad because I don't have a
No.
business TikTok.
Yeah. Change out the ad for something free.
Ooh, is there anything?
Let's find out. Because I told it gave me an idea for a Facebook ad, and I said I don't have access to run Facebook ads. So it was like, oh, okay, well, here's how you can sort of do it instead with organically. And so, let's see.
Oh, it did a whole thing.
Well, it did the whole thing before. This is just the same thing, but with a swap. So,
Oh, okay. All right.
pin your best post of the week to your profile and update the caption with a question. Okay. So that's another thing, just like on Instagram, that you
Oh,
can do where you can pin something so it's the first thing people see.
I didn't know that. I love it. Okay, this is perfect. Okay,
Okay,
send this to
so
me. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
do this.
send all of this to you.
And I'm gonna revamp that too, so that it's one of the things that it's a choice, right? So put
Yeah.
in some of the things for
And
building your TikTok
yeah, right. You've got
or any social media channel. Yeah.
multiple options to work with here and filter it down into what you want to be doing. So should I email it to you or text it?
Text is fine.
Okay. Yeah,
I can do text on my computer.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
good
I've got
at
that too. It's nice. Cool. Okay, I have
That
sent
was really
that to
fast.
you. So yeah, like we both really just hit the ground running this week with this stuff. Hmm.
And I like the way that I can like kind of focus, what do I really want out of this, right? And then I don't have to sit and think and, hurt my brain with all my, oh, but you don't know how to do that thing. Somehow when it types it in there, it makes it look doable.
It does. So the next thing that I thought would be a good idea to do is to make myself a to-do list of like what are the actual tasks that I need to complete in order to reach these bingos.
Oh, I like that. That's a really good idea.
So then that will help
I
us.
don't want to do that, but
You
I've been
don't.
doing to-do list all morning. But
Yeah.
I should do it, so undo it.
Okay, so for the first one, I have that video that I already made, but looking back at it as we did just now, I think it could be more polished and professional. So, got updating the Out of Water teaser video. Maybe more beach. And then do a dramatic reading. Okay, so I need to pick a scene to read, record it, and edit it. Join or start a TikTok trend. Browse around TikTok trends. Starting with.
It's super funny too, because my son and I don't have a good working thing for TikTok, where like, so I did some of the graphics and then I uploaded them to a Google sheet and then, or a Google folder. And then I'm like, he's like, do you want me to look in Canva? And I'm like, that's right, he's on my Canva team. So now I'm like, I have a whole new streamlined way I can actually put it in, you know, share it with the team, and then he has it, all of the assets at his
So
command.
you just need to like develop that workflow.
Well, it's because I don't know what I want until I created it, and I need to break that habit. I do still enjoy putting things together, right?
Yeah, oh my gosh, I love doing the creation. And I watched a YouTube video where this woman was like, and I have all of these different book covers for my books because creating book covers really helps me procrastinate doing the writing. I was like, that is too accurate.
It is.
Like, I like to create the book covers to kind of inspire me and help me see the finish line and where I'm heading to. So that was kind of what I was expecting her to say. And then she had that nice little flip, like, oh, yeah, that too. Decide how to break down a TikTok mini series.
It does list the purpose here where it says build visibility in active circles for the duet. So that actually makes sense. So I have to find someone. I'm going to ask chat to find me someone.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. There's just so many different layers of what you can ask chat to do. It was like that other time where...
And it does a much better job answering when it knows your goals and...
Yeah, once it has a nice like history of what you're trying to do and you've told it your goals. But it's like that one we looked at the other week where it told me to create a whole quiz as a lead magnet. And I was like, how am I going to do that in 1 week? And then, oh, well, I can just ask it to write me the quiz. And of course, I modify it, but it did a really good job. I've been asking it to find like the keywords or to find, this is another thing I had chat look up was, what are the most popular BookTok formats? And, you know, so that I can, and how can I apply those to this book?
You?
So let me find that. So here I have, what are the most popular formats of BookTok TikToks that I can use for Waiting to Break, which is the new book that I've been working on yesterday. So first it praises me about how soulful and wonderful it is. And emotional tagline with moody music and overlay text. Okay. Clips are slow motion footage of things that are vibes, aesthetically related. Scenes that live rent-free in my head. Oh my gosh, I feel like such a child when I say things like
I
that.
like that title though. Scenes that live rent free in my head. I totally want to know more about that.
Right? And so then you showcase a few of the moments and like just show
Look, how does it know those?
cuz I also like upload what I have of the book. So I'm like
Oh, okay.
based on this outline and these scenes that I've written and this like blurb, you know. So it knows a lot about the book because I told it. It's not always right
Those
because
are
like
good
he did
things.
not fall first. I don't know if I could consider, so I would change that out. So like some of these are not completely accurate, but still.
Well, yeah, I mean, it does go for the trope that gets people looking, but I like
I mean,
that.
yeah, book talks are all about tropes and then but it goes beyond that afterwards. Like, yes, you get people hooked with the tropes and I like doing tropes that have a twist, right? Like this is classic contemporary romance, but here's the twist to it. This is for the girls who love niche appeal hook. Yeah, I would change all of those words, but the basic idea, absolutely. Soulful B-roll kind of things, rain on windows, flickering candlelight, slow dances with
Wait, it's a summer
wheelchairs.
book.
No, this one isn't, because this is just what I was looking for this new book and that I was going to say,
Oh,
but this
oh,
isn't
okay.
for Out of Water.
Oh, okay.
This is a different one. But I had done this like this morning before we got together, so I thought I would just show you like how I used this prompt to find things that are trending and popular and how I can
Yeah.
apply them to my book. What reading this book feels
Um,
like, vibe centric.
yeah, I wonder whether it can catch the trends.
Yeah, I don't know how quickly it can catch the trends. Like, is it already over, you know? I think this one, it mentioned this in a different place too, so I wonder. And then it gives me some suggestions for hashtags. Are you looking it up? What are you
What I
typing?
was looking up was I'm looking for the top 10 TikToks. That would be a good for a niche creator duet.
Oh, excellent. Very nice.
Oh, and I forgot to tell her which book. So, oh, this is interesting. The history gossip, historical facts with a humorous twist.
Books that you can't put down, books that destroyed me, books that broke me emotionally, books that emotionally devastated me. Yeah, my people are over here. Angsty romance books.
I mean, and it's funny because you just don't know what the hashtags are going to be, and then you have to do your homework, right? You have to test them
You go down the
out.
rabbit
So
hole. You
this
start
is
with
a good idea.
one and then you see where it leads you and what people are talking about. So, am I gonna could I switch my account? I'm gonna regret this because I'm never gonna remember the passwords and which account I'm using for what, but oh, stop it. I'm trying to log in. Yes. Okay.
Okay, I still have one more that I. Where's the
Let's see
fifth
if
one
that
that I
still
didn't write
works.
down?
Please work, please work, please work, please work.
Make comments.
What do you mean account doesn't exist? It's,
Oh, on trending TikToks. I don't know if you can tell me. And also, I'm not going to do all of these in one day.
oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I would say it would be better to spread them out, right? Not do everything at once.
I think so.
TikTok is more like, it's like a little bit like Twitter, right? In that if you did 3 a day, people aren't going to see it. But no, you're making a
Um,
funny face. I didn't do or
yeah, TikTok can do well with a lot of content. So, yeah, people do tend to do 3 posts a day to get traction. it doesn't need the breathing room the way a lot of social media platforms do. I don't know if that's still completely true. So maybe ask chat about that too. But
Oh, it didn't understand my question.
so this is my Ruth Madison TikTok, and I can't figure out my login right now, but this is where I will be trying to build up a little bit more. I do have 1,000 followers on here, so I could do lives if I wanted to, but this one did pretty well. Oh, why is that so loud?
Falling into a fantasy world transition. Oh, look at that.
I can't. You can't share your screen, dang it.
Oh, no, I was looking at no, I was looking at what you were doing.
Oh, you were looking at mine.
Oh, well, I should try. I should see, because we're at the
Yeah,
tail end.
we're
We've
at
done
the
all
end,
the
so if it
important
messes up, we're okay.
I mean, I think my settings should be reset, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, everyone cross your
But
fingers. Yeah, I have a meeting at 10, so I'm gonna have to go right on the dot. Map somebody's funnel, which I love doing, so I'm excited.
okay, so so TikTok gave me this as the trend,
Oh, here we go.
and
Okay.
then there's falling into a fantasy world.
Oh, yes. Look at that second one there where she like is actually holding a book and falls forward and then into that world.
And lands into a fantasy world.
Yeah.
Now, of
So are
course,
you
this
gonna
is
cosplay?
cosplay.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm
all
not gonna
dressed
do
up and
that.
go to a castle and get a sword?
I'm not gonna do that.
She's gonna
But
use
it is
AI to
kind
do
of
this.
cool.
Yeah, this is a very people are very
I don't know
clever.
what
This
that
is
one
why TikTok
is.
is popular too. Like the people get to use all of their creative muscles and be extraordinarily clever.
Yeah, falling into a fantasy world is one that would be really cool to try for my fantasy book. It's very,
Yeah.
very useful. And I did not know you could do that. So that's very interesting. So I've got to check out some of these things and get an idea for it.
Yeah, you get inspiration, see what other people are doing with TikTok and be like, oh, okay, because there's all kinds of neat editing that people do and using the
And I'm
sounds to
guessing people really
match
like
with
to
it.
see the, flowy skirts and stuff, which are not applicable for my fantasy.
Aw, darn. Yeah.
I know. It's like, people do you not realize how annoying it would be to walk around in a flowy skirt every day, all day, every day?
I did it.
Um,
So yeah. I grew up in a cult where we had to wear ankle-length skirts, so yeah. I used to do
well,
everything,
no,
ride
but it's
bikes,
not the
and
same
it's not
thing
just
as these big
it's flowy too.
flowies.
Yeah.
Ankle length. I did granny dresses, and
Mm.
granny dresses are great when you're a mom.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
yeah, no, these flowy things that poof out and are really long and swoop backward. It's like, no, it's a pain in the neck.
So I'm guessing that in your fantasy series you have a really strong female lead.
I do.
I think there's lots of trends around that too. Like they underestimated her because blah blah blah, and yeah, I think you could explore a lot of trends around that as well.
Yeah, well, and she also does get caught up in a tornado, so I could just have
Hmm.
somebody caught up in a tornado, not me.
Yep, that is a visual hook. Definitely would catch some attention.
We'll see how that works. I have
Yeah.
ideas, but we'll see because like you said, I'm looking at, how much time I can give to it. And I want to do this in 2 hours.
So you wrote
And I'm
your Medium post about why you're doing Evertwixt as a serial?
I did. And I posted it. I don't love it. I felt like I lost the focus on it, but I
Hmm.
did it.
But
Let
you
me
did
see
it.
if I could find it.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I want to learn to do too is like do the sharing.
If you have a Pinterest, you could you could do Pinterest pins to it.
Oh, that's a good idea. I have way too many publications.
Pinterest is a really good, for blog posts. It's like an ideal place to drive traffic to blog posts. Not as
Where is
powerful as
my
it once was,
story?
but.
Oh, it should be on this page and I don't see it.
Uh-oh. Did it not get published right?
Did I forget to publish? So I might not have, because
I'm glad I asked then.
yeah, because um because I have to approve it. I have to publish it for me and I have to publish it for my
Because it's in a publication thing.
no, it says it was published. Maybe I forgot to publish it to the publication. I do that sometimes. But this was an AI generated image that really captures my character seeing the tornado coming for her.
I can't see that image because you're still sharing the TikTok
Oh, I'm
screen.
sharing the wrong
But I
thing,
noticed
sorry.
that instead, there's a little thing at the top that says switch to sharing this tab instead. So that makes it really fast and easy to switch between them.
TikTok
Yeah,
is
there it is.
brilliant.
Okay, why am I committed to writing a series of
I really
stories
like
instead of a
that.
series of novels? Yes.
And I created this a long time ago.
Nice. Do not feed the animals.
Never feed the animals.
Never climb in the oven. I think I can handle that. I have never once been tempted to climb into an oven.
So anyway, I did do it. I wasn't super happy with it, but I was super happy that I got it done.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very happy that I can share. Whatever I did wrong is no longer a problem. Yay!
And I showed you that book cover this morning. I was blown away that I was able to describe a character from this book and have AI create a really accurate image of him. And I know some people are very against the AI art on book covers, but I think it turned out
Which one did you
phenomenal.
use?
I just used chat. I didn't even do
It's
Midjourney, just regular chat
a really
GPT.
pretty good job.
And even though I had already told it a lot about the story, it was like, well, answer these questions. And so I did. And it had a little bit of trouble with the the angle of how he was sitting in the wheelchair was pitched so far forward that he definitely would have fallen out. And I kept telling it, tilt the wheelchair back. And it would redo it, and it would be like the slightest change, like not really. And then I showed it an example image like this. Still didn't do it. So the one that I finally landed on is like, okay, at least he's balanced, but it's not quite tilted the way that I would really expect it to be. Still, minor issue considering that it got the joystick, the AAV machine, everything, like the right number of fingers on his hands, the look of an aging rock star. Like, it's everything that I wanted, pretty much.
You know, you mentioned that, and I was playing with oh, they're not here. I was playing with putting some scenes in
Ooh.
my I thought I was doing it in ideogram, but for some reason I don't see it in ideogram.
I don't know ideogram.
So ideogram I learned because it does words, although now chat does words perfectly. So I've created various and sundry things, but some of the images that I actually put in the TikTok, I created by putting in a scene, and it was pretty good.
Like,
I was impressed.
you can't find a stock image of this, Like, it's difficult writing disabled heroes in that way. Like, there's a lot more stock images of real disabled people, but you can never really get exactly. So for years, I've just been like modifying stock images and like using, ironically, GIMP, the free Photoshop, to splice and cut stock images to make people disabled. And this is so much better. I can't believe how good that is. And I'm very, very pleased
Yeah,
with my.
I mean, he looks like a real person.
He does.
And he has, the proper number of fingers, which is
Exactly.
helpful.
Which, I mean, given my novels, the proper number of fingers is not always 10, but in this particular case, it is.
Yeah, but it's probably not, like 12 or, having
I
his arm come
mean,
out of his neck or anything.
maybe I'll write a story about some kind of horrifying mutation. I don't
Wouldn't
know. I
that,
could.
it could be inspirational.
Yeah, well, you're giving me ideas now. You're giving me inspiration.
But yeah, so um,
He just
this
said,
book is the one that's coming out, right?
yeah, I haven't finished writing it yet, but I worked on it yesterday and I got all inspired and excited, and so I did some stuff about how to promote a pre-order on it and how to use it in TikTok and made this book cover.
Yeah, and so you were thinking of doing that. I like the idea of doing a summer read right now because it's a book that's
Yeah.
already out. And then
And build up
um,
my email list as well. All of those books have calls to action at the end with like you can get a free story or a bonus scene. Like the Out of Water leads into a free story with um, Stuart and the girl Leah. Um, you know, because they don't really get together until the very end of the novella. So then there's like another short story that is just super spicy. And now I'm working on another story that follows off of that one as well. So it all funnels because I love funnels. And I
all
need to
right.
update some of my front matter too with like other books by. Like I have to make sure that all those are up to date and accurate too.
That's the thing I notice when I'm doing anything is that I don't keep up with that. I need to like have a time in my,
Mm.
yearly schedule where I do that. I almost feel like I need to do it quarterly.
That's a
Because
good
like I was
idea.
saying, the lead mag that I have for my historical romance, I just think it's not working as well as it could, and I need to choose a different one.
Yeah.
But
Quarterly
I have
looking at that and refreshing and thinking about it. I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
but putting it into my schedule
Yes.
is the issue, right? So right now I have too many things on my schedule, so I'm glad that we're doing this. And
And I guess
it
I'll
will
see
be
you
interesting to see where we
Wednesday.
are on
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't have a lot of time to work on it today, but I'm inspired. I'm motivated. We'll see how long that lasts, and I'll check in with
I
you on
feel like I
Wednesday.
have 5 doable things, right?
I
And I'm
think
kind of
so.
interested because it should be obvious if I'm adding to my Twitter file. I mean, my
Yeah, you should be able to see the
TikTok.
results right away. It's not like
Yeah,
you have
because
to
it's not
wait.
about selling. I mean, it's not about, did people go buy the book right away or click on this or
Yeah,
anything. It's just like, are people interested in following?
absolutely.
We
Yeah.
shall see. All right, we
Cool.
can we can go do the rest of our stuff for the day because we've got this done. We have our to-do lists, and
Okay.
and I definitely have some AI time to get these images.
Awesome. All right, I will
Like,
see you
didn't feel that.
Wednesday and
All right, see you Wednesday.
okay, bye.
Bye.